Hey, what's up YouTube? This is iPhone Modder here, and today I'm going to be talking about the new official iPhone 5 rumors, release dates, and specs. So I actually know someone who does work for Apple, and he does have a rather high up position, so I can confirm most of these rumors that I'm about to show you guys. So the first one is on CNET.com, and it's just saying that iPhone 5 rumors again claim NFC A5 and big screen. So this translated means near field communications, A5 processor, and a bigger screen. So near field communications means that you can use your iPhone, for example, to pay for things that usually use a credit card. Then the A5 chip means that it is a faster chip. So basically before the iPhone 4 contained the A4 chip, and now the iPad 2 contains two A5 chips. This leads you to think that the iPhone 5 will contain an A5 chip. And the big screen rumor. That is that iPhone 5 will have a screen that is 4 inches diagonal instead of 3.5 inches. And you might be saying, oh, well, this is going to make my phone bigger. No, it should not, because it is going to be an edge-to-edge display, which means that they just decrease the borders around the phone instead of actually making more room on the phone. So hopefully they do an edge-to-edge display instead of just making the phone larger. And this is an iPhone 5 screen that was recently seen out in the wild. And as you can see over here, the edges are thinner, and here the width is thinner too. So that does mean it is going to be an edge-to-edge display. So I will confirm there is going to be NFC, there is going to be an A5 chip, and there is going to be a bigger screen. That is almost 100% for sure. So my next article is just about the release date, and this is on redmondpie.com, and basically there was a book listing on Amazon, and I'm going to show it to you right down here. And there is a book listing called iPhone 5 Made Simple. So this is going to be released on June 30th, the book. So this is leading some people to think that the iPhone 5 will be released on June 30th. Now this is rather close to the release date that I heard from my Apple insider. He or she said that it will be released in July. Now he or she did not say mid, early, or late July, but this is pretty close to July, so this is a plausible rumor. Now, I have an infographic that is actually very good, and it is on this website, nowhereelse.com. It is a French website, and I did translate it to English with my Google Translator, so I could just read this stuff. So now I'm going to show you guys the infographic, and I will confirm the rumors that I think are true and which ones I think are not true. So first off, better camera. They say there's a 50% chance of a better camera, an 8-megapixel camera, whereas the iPhone 4 had a 5-megapixel camera. Now I just want to talk about this for a second because, as you know, Apple progresses in their hardware a lot, but in terms of software, they kind of lack. So I think there is a good chance they will have 8-megapixel camera, because now most of the Android phones either have an 8-megapixel camera, or they're coming out with 8-megapixel cameras, or they are coming out with 5-megapixel cameras. And Apple is usually more ahead when it comes to hardware additions. And they say there's a 50% chance, so I don't know, we'll see what happens. Okay, without a home button, they claim that there's a 20% chance that there will be no home button. Now, I do disagree with this. I say it is a 0% chance. There is a 0% chance that the 5th generation iPhone will receive a home button, because the society is not ready for an iPhone without a home button. That is simply the reason. And you might see a home button probably maybe in the 6th or 7th generation iPhone, but definitely not next generation. Now, bigger screen, we already went through this. It is 100 or 99%. Better resolution, I say maybe 10%, not 40%, because, as you know, the last iPhone 4 had an upgrade to Retina display, which was 4 times the resolution of the previous iPhone 3GS. So I really doubt it. And here it is, same design. They say 60%. This is another iPhone rumor that I know that is 100% wrong, because they say it will be the same design, but I have heard from my sources that the iPhone 5 will have an somewhat aluminum backing to prevent the glass breaking on the last iPhone 4, because Apple got very many complaints about that. So they say 60% that will be the same design, but I think it is about 95%. white models, 100%. I agree. It is 100%. There will be white models. Physical keyboard, of course, 0%. Now 64 GB model. My subscribers actually saw in my earlier iPhone 5 rumors video that there was actually 64 GB model spotted in the wild. Now I know Apple was planning on doing this, but unless they recently decided otherwise, there is a good, my opinion, 70 to 80% chance that we will see a 64 GB iPhone 5 model and full HD video recording. You don't know how much I would love to have 1080p Full HD videos on my iPhone to be able to record and edit. And I would love this, but however, if they do not implement an 8 megapixel camera, I do not see the likeliness of this happening. Nowhereelse.com does say it is 30%, and I would have to agree with that. I'd say maybe about 40 to 50%. Okay, now this is a iPhone 5 rumor that was actually very common about a couple months ago, a low-cost model, meaning that there will be a model that does not have any gigabyte, only the onboard memory for the software, of course, and this will sync your contacts and all your music, all of your videos with the cloud using Mobile Me. And I honestly don't think Apple would do this. I mean, there is a decent chance that they might have a low-cost model, but not from the cloud. I mean, what if you're not in a 3G zone? It's going to, of course, drain your battery if it's constantly having to get data, especially using 3G or even 4G. Okay, so the likeliness of that, in my opinion, is about 10%. They say 30%, but I'm not sure. 3D display, they say 10%, I say 0%. Possibly in an iPhone 6 you might see something like that, but an iPhone 5 in my opinion is too early for that. And then you might see enhanced 3D applications, which might be kind of cool. So better battery, they say 20%. I'd have to disagree. I'd probably say about 40%, because a battery upgrade is something that is necessary for each device in my opinion. A CDMA model, of course, 100%, because now Verizon has partnered up with Apple. 2 SIM card tray, they say 0%, I say 0%, because if anything they would make it just one SIM card tray compatible for both CDMA and GSM, even though CDMA does not use a SIM card. So NFC technology, I do say that 99%, that I already went over. A5 processor, they say 100%, I agree with that. More RAM, I'd have to say, they say 60%, I say about 80%, because with each device you will need more RAM to support the new applications that are enhanced to play on those devices. HDMI output, as you know, with the iPad 2 there is an HDMI cable that you can purchase that expels some HD footage from your iPad to your HD TV, and it will be really cool if they can implement the iPhone 5 to work with this as well. But again, I don't think it's too likely. I'd have to go with about 40 to 50%. They go with 60%. Now for 4G. I know a lot of you are saying that the iPhone 5, yes, it'll definitely have 4G, it's the next upgrade to 3G, and 4G is now very popular, but I'm not gonna lie, I'll have to disagree with you guys, because I remember when the iPhone 2G, which is the first generation, first came out, 3G was still pretty common, and Apple tends to not like to adopt new technologies until they are 100% stable, and as you know, 4G is now only available in certain areas and is not completely stable. So that is why I think Apple will not implement 4G in this generation of the iPhone. So now for enhanced voice controls, as you might know, there's a voice activator application available on Cydia for a couple dollars, and it does enhance the voice control, which therefore leads me to think that iOS 5 can contain some controls for voice control that are optimized for different things. iTunes Cloud, this is the cloud version of iTunes. I was talking about the syncing to the cloud and stuff. I don't think it's probable, but I think that a new version of Mobile Me may be included in iOS 5. And now iOS 5 launch, they say 90%, I say 100%. There is no way they're not going to announce iOS 5 this summer. And they say available this summer, 20%, available in September, 80%. Now, I don't know why they said this. I think it's because it's a French website, they get it a little bit later, but the iPhone 5 is 100% going to be available in June or July, either late June or July. I'm almost 100% sure. Now, that is pretty much it for this video, guys. I have one more rumor that I've told you guys in the past, and it is something that after all the websites I've seen, no one has said before, and I'm not going to say until I get more subscribers. So if you want to see that rumor, I will guarantee you it is not a scam. I'm not trying to get you subscribed for that, but it is something that will astonish you, and no one has said anything about it, so I'll be the first to come forth. So if you want to see that rumor, just click subscribe somewhere around here, and ultimately, have a nice day.